bottom of the earth lies a continent that almost no human being will ever truly see. A land so vast, so silent, and so extreme that it erases the very idea of wilderness. This is Antarctica, a frozen world larger than Europe, buried beneath ice that has been building for millions of years. From space, it looks simple, a white continent at the edge of the planet. But deep inside, beyond the research outposts and the narrow coastal routes of icebreakers, lies another Antarctica, a place that feels less like Earth and more like the memory of another planet. Here, the wind rules everything. It pours down from the high polar plateau in relentless rivers of air, katabatic winds that accelerate across the ice like invisible avalanches. They can reach over 200 kilometers per hour, scraping snow from the surface and polishing the continent into an endless desert of ice. Temperatures plunge beyond minus 70 degrees Celsius. Moisture is almost non-existent. Ironically, Antarctica is the largest desert on Earth. Yet, even here, where life should not exist, the landscape begins to reveal impossible contradictions. Beyond the towering glaciers and frozen seas lies one of the strangest places on the entire planet. The McMurdo Dry Valleys, an expanse of bare rock, sand, and frozen ground stretching across the edge of the polar plateau. No snow covers these valleys. No glaciers creep through them. For millions of years, relentless winds have scoured them clean. Standing here feels like stepping onto Mars. The ground is rust-red gravel. Jagged ridges rise against a pale sky, and the silence is so complete that even your own breath sounds foreign. Scientists say this is the closest place on Earth to another world, and yet, hidden within this alien desert is a river. For most of the year, it is frozen solid, but for a few weeks each summer, when the sun circles endlessly above the horizon, glacial melt awakens it. The Onyx River begins to flow. It becomes the longest river in Antarctica, a brief pulse of liquid life across a continent that rejects water. The river travels slowly through the valley until it reaches a lake sealed beneath meters of permanent ice. Lake Vanda. Below the frozen surface lies water so clear that light can penetrate deep into its depths, revealing layers of ancient microbial life that have survived in isolation for thousands of years. Tiny organisms endure here without fish, without plants, without predators, a fragile ecosystem locked inside time. But Antarctica holds even stranger secrets. At the edge of one glacier, something unexpected stains the ice a deep crimson red. From a distance, it looks as though the glacier itself is bleeding. This is Blood Falls, a stream of iron-rich water emerging from deep beneath the ice sheet. The water has been trapped underground for millions of years, sealed away in a hidden subglacial lake. When it finally reaches the surface, it reacts with oxygen in the air and turns red like rust. The result is one of the most haunting sights on Earth, a frozen waterfall that appears to bleed into the white Antarctic desert. Yet even deeper mysteries lie buried below the ice, because Antarctica is not just a continent of glaciers. Beneath the ice sheet, there are mountains, vast ranges of jagged peaks completely hidden from the world. The Gamburtsev Mountains rise thousands of meters high, entombed beneath kilometers of ice. No human has ever seen them directly. They were discovered only by radar, ghost mountains beneath a frozen ocean of ice. These unseen peaks helped shape the ice sheet itself, guiding glaciers and carving the continent's hidden geography. Antarctica is not static. It moves. The ice flows outward, from the high interior plateau, slowly sliding toward the ocean like a frozen tide. Some glaciers are hundreds of kilometers long. When they reach the coast, they extend outward to form massive floating shelves of ice. Occasionally, these shelves fracture, and when they do, entire icebergs the size of cities break free. They drift slowly into the Southern Ocean, carrying pieces of Antarctica across the sea. But even here, life finds ways to exist. In the brief Antarctic summer, sunlight floods the frozen landscape 24 hours a day. The ice glows blue beneath the sun. Snow crystals sparkle like shattered glass. And in rare pockets of open water, life explodes. Phytoplankton bloom beneath the ice, turning the ocean into a living cloud of microscopic energy. Krill gather in vast swarms, trillions of tiny crustaceans drifting through the cold currents. They are the foundation of the Antarctic food web. From them comes everything else. Penguins dive through the freezing water like torpedoes. Leopard seals glide silently beneath the ice. And far out in the open ocean, the largest animals ever to exist begin their slow migrations. Blue whales, creatures longer than a Boeing,